Hey guys, welcome to Cats Out the Bag. Make sure to subscribe, and if you want to watch the whole thing, you can watch it on YouTube or listen on Spotify.
Hello guys, it's me Robyn and welcome to Cats Out the Bag. I'm so excited to be back for this second episode. Oh my goodness, guys, thank you so much to anyone who has listened to any of the episodes. It honestly, well, I say any of the episodes, either the trailer or the first episode, it makes me so happy. Honestly, thank you so much. And to anyone who has subscribed to the YouTube, if you are currently watching this on YouTube, then hi, thank you so much for subscribing. It means the absolute world to me. Like, you actually have no idea. Until you guys have your own YouTube channel or start your own podcast or something like that, you won't realise how much the little things mean to you. So yeah, like, one of my videos got 24 views and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Anyway, happy Wednesday. Why did I even say that? It's Thursday. It's Monday when I'm filming this, but it is Thursday for you guys. I always forget that. But yeah, this week has been a crazy hectic week actually. This is my second week at uni, which is a little bit insane. For those of you watching on YouTube, this is the current setup. I am going to get some fairy lights, but I need to make my room look a little bit more pretty and podcast friendly, because at the moment it's just not ideal for a podcast, is it? But I've chosen a cozy little corner and I think this will do for now. So I am really excited to get into this podcast. So for this week's podcast, I actually have another girl talk podcast, just because it's like kind of what's easiest to film at the moment while I've still got no one sending in questions. The girl talk is the easiest, but for anyone listening, basically if you send in any dilemmas, problems, questions, anything, just label it girl talk, boy talk, whatever, and it will be featured in the podcast. So yeah, definitely send them in if you do want to be featured, because I might even just solve your dilemma. So the first question is, how do you cope with periods? And the short answer is I don't. I did touch on this in my last episode. I run my pill packs, which just isn't recommended, but I do it because it stops my period. So I haven't had a period in a very long time, so I wouldn't know how to cope with them, but I would say probably just eat your favourite food and treat yourself. Make you happy, won't it? Might not solve the problem, but at least you'll be happy. That's what I'd say personally. Anyway, second question. Do I keep seeing a boy who doesn't want to commit to me? No. Short answer, absolutely not. Don't waste your time on someone who clearly doesn't want to be with you, to put it bluntly. Like, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news there, but if he said to you, by the way, to say he doesn't want to commit, he has some balls. Like, I would not be saying that. Absolutely not. Just don't keep seeing him. That's the best. I think so anyway. At the end of the day, it is your decision, but you're wasting your time there, girl. Don't let that crown slip off your head. How to stop being insecure. So, okay, I used to be like, I wouldn't say like really insecure, but I used to be like quite, I don't know, like shy. I kept myself to myself a lot. I was very like my own person. I didn't really like talking to new people or anything like that, and it just kind of grew into myself, you know, like I grew into my body. I now don't like hate my body. I went through a phase where I just hated how I looked, and I look back at myself now and I'm like, okay, but you looked good there. Like, what are you going on about, queen? So I honestly think, and I know everyone says this, but I really do think it just takes time. Like, there are definitely ways that you could do it, make yourself stop feeling quite so insecure. I'm not sure on how to. I would say fake it till you make it, but that's probably not the best way to do it. But it just seems like if you pretended that you're really, really confident and just really love yourself, then eventually you would, surely. I don't know. I mean, I've been saying I'm a YouTuber for years to rant, like people who say, oh, what's your job? I just go, YouTuber. They don't know that I had 5,000 subscribers when I told them that and was making like £100 a month. They don't know that. But I've faked it and I will keep faking it until I make it, you know? So, yeah, so now I'm on 10,000. I haven't actually hit it yet, but by the time this is out, oh no, I probably won't have done because this is going out on Wednesday. I was thinking this is going out in a week's time, but it's not. So if you're listening to this and you're not subscribed to my actual main YouTube channel, then go over there because it's Robyn Emily and you guys are going to love it. And also while you're there, subscribe to Cats Out the Bag because who wouldn't want to? Who wouldn't? Who doesn't want to hear the drama? So yeah, I would just always say just fake it till you make it, and then one day you'll look back at yourself and be like, oh my god, do you remember that time when I actually didn't think I looked good? Well, look at me now. Like, I come across probably like I have so much confidence because I'm like, oh look, I look so good, like, oh my god, yeah. Obviously I don't actually think that, but it's nice to come across confident, you know? So definitely a good one there. How to deal with heartbreak. Oh, don't. This makes me so sad that someone is going through that. It just makes me so sad. Oh, don't. Anyway, I mean, I haven't dealt with like real I mean, I'm assuming you mean in a relationship, heartbreak. I guess I've had other forms of heartbreak. Save that for another episode, shall we? How to deal with relationship heartbreak though, I saw something that said if you give yourself 3 days to cry and let it all out and just feel rubbish shit about yourself, then by the 4th day you can go out and do things. And honestly, I reckon that's true, because if you give yourself 3 days, so if you break up today, you have 3 days to just completely cry, reminisce, just feel sad and like just feel crap about it, and then on like the 4th day you get yourself out of bed, you get up, you go do something you love, and you see your friends and do something you really enjoy. I really think that would work. Use the 3-day rule. 3 days of laying in bed, 3 days of planning activities, and then hopefully by the 7th day you'll have your life back on track. I don't know, people always say to truly get over a heartbreak, it takes half the amount of time that you were in the relationship for. So if you're in a relationship for 6 months, it takes 3 months. I doubt that though, because I think if you're in a relationship for 2 weeks, it's not going to take you a whole week to get over them, is it? It's going to take you like an hour. But if you're with someone for like 10 years, 5 years, seems like a very long time to get over someone. But I guess to truly stop loving them and thinking about them, maybe it does take that long. I don't even know. Can you get the ick even when he's actually your boyfriend? Definitely. Like, of course you can. Oh my god. Maybe not the ick to the point of leaving them, because some people are like, oh my god, I've got the ick and it won't go away, like I've got to leave him now. But I reckon with a boyfriend it's a bit different. Like, you get the ick but you're like, oh, it's still cute, you know? Like, you see them, like some people are like, boys in a towel, boys in dressing gowns and slippers, and I'm like, I wouldn't get the ick if my boyfriend was in slippers and a dressing gown. I'd be like, oh my god, that's cute. So things with your boyfriend aren't so icky as people say, they're more like cute, I reckon anyway. I don't know. We'll see what everyone else thinks. Are you on the pill? That's just a general question for me. Yes, I am. I'm on Jedorel. I don't actually know what it is, if it's progesterone, estrogen or mixed, combined. I actually don't know, but it works. Sometimes I get a little bit moody. I'm going to put that down to the pill rather than the fact I'm an 18-year-old girl. Is that right there? I don't know. I reckon it's the pill though. Also, I can't drink on the pill because I am always sick. So there's a few downfalls. But the fact that I don't have a baby and the fact that I don't get periods, they're pretty good upsides to the pill. So yep, I'm on it and I will be for the foreseeable. I did want to get the implant, but I spoke to a GP and they were like, you're better suited to the pill. So I was like, okay, that's absolutely fine. that is okay. Right, I haven't started my period and I'm 14. What do I do? How can I get it to start? I don't believe you can actually get a period to start. I don't think that's actually a thing. But, like, you don't need to be upset that you're not on your period. Honey, you're lucky. Count your lucky stars that you are not on your period by 14. When did I get mine? I think I might have been 14. So that's not even that late. I know my mum was like 16. So maybe it just runs later in some people's families. I really think it is up to genetics. I have a friend who was definitely a lot later than me. I can't remember exactly, but she was definitely a lot later than I was. And I have a few friends who got it when they were like in year 6, and I'm like, wow. For anyone who's not in England watching this, that's like 12, no, 11, I think. Still a baby, basically. How to start it sooner? I would not have a clue. I mean, I've done a lot of those how to start your period sooner, the same month, so that you like have it over with before your holiday or that. I've done a lot of things like that that like encourage your period to come along, but I've never heard of it actually like starting your period. I think it just comes when it feels like it. When it feels you're ready to be a woman, that is when your period's like, yep, hey girl, I'm sticking with you for the rest of your life till menopause. And I'm like, leave. So I got a pill to replace her. What am I actually going on about? Like, I do worry for myself sometimes. Oh well. Boy keeps taking the piss out of me. Oh my god, take the piss out of him back, shout at him, scream at him. That is not okay. Boy keeps taking the piss out of me. I want more context. Like, how old are you? I'm guessing 14, 15. And this boy is in your year. He probably has a crush on you, you know. Oh my goodness. So many times I've seen like boys taking the piss out of girls and calling them these horrible names, and bet they like them. That's probably all they want. They just want to rise out of you so that they actually can say that they've spoken to you. Like, they're probably just thinking, oh my god, I wish I could speak to her. How can I get her attention? I know, I'll take the piss out of her because then she'll be thinking about me all day. They don't care if it's in a good way or a bad way, because think about it this way. Is publicity bad publicity? I mean, is bad publicity... What? What am I trying to say? Is bad publicity bad? No. All publicity is good publicity because it's getting you out there. If you want to be a famous queen, bad publicity is the way to do it because it does go like 3 times faster. Wasn't it like was it Kylie's swimwear collection? I think it was Kylie who this is Kris Jenner being absolute marketing queen here. If it was, I mean, this is just me being assumptuous. I don't know. Anyway, she had a swimwear line. Sorry, I have something in my eye. For those of you watching on YouTube, you're probably like, what is going on there? Yeah, she had a swimwear line, and she basically brought out this horrible line. Like, it was disgusting. The quality was so bad. And she basically made this massive apology, but it went viral. Like, everyone was talking about the swimwear brand and how it was just like it had literally gone to shit. I'm just trying to see if it is Kylie. Yeah, look, a ruthless review of Kylie Swim. It's a disaster. Everyone's like, nah, not good. But she got the publicity because look, we're still remembering it. And yeah, it's crazy. So she literally made it out as if to be like terrible, probably deliberately bought from like a really cheap supplier, shipped it out worldwide to everyone who bought this, by the way, which is so bad. I cannot actually believe that. I mean, it's really quite bad, but you know, she got the publicity, that's all she wanted. Here's me just shading Kylie Jenner, like I'm not meaning to. It's actually what I study, marketing, so you know, absolute marketing queen right there. But yeah, and then bought out a new one, and it was like amazing, like dropped it like how she should have had it and how she obviously would have it. But that is exactly how she got it viral, by basically bringing out a shitty little product and pretending that it was the real deal, apologising, then bringing out some banging product, and everyone was like, oh my god, this is amazing, like, thank you so much, Kylie. So she got good publicity out of that as well. But anyway, where did that even start from? What? Oh, that came from me saying that a boy keeps taking the piss out of me. How did I get to that conclusion? I don't know. Who knows? But anyway, next question. How to get the ring? Okay, funny one. Asking an 18-year-old girl is not the best way to start. But I guess if the timing's right, he or she will go for it. So, whoops, I just shook my camera. I wouldn't stress about it too much. Do you need the ring? Do you need that certificate that soon? I mean, it might not be soon, this could be 8 years down the line, but if you're in like a 2-year relationship, can it just carry on how it is, or do you need the engagement ring? Do we need to get married, honeys, or are we single women? What am I actually saying? Like, you'd think I was drunk. I'm just chatting shit. Anyway, have you got any surgery? No, I haven't got any surgery. Haven't had any surgery, I think that means. Or have you got any plastic surgery? Absolutely not, no. I had to go through a phase where I was actually thinking of getting my lips done, but I never did it, so yeah. I did want to get my lips done, like, so bad, because, again, if you're listening on Spotify, jump over to YouTube so you can check my lips out, but they're non-existent. Anyone on YouTube is probably looking at my lips laughing right now. So I have no top lip. That's where I'd get the filler. I wouldn't get any in my bottom lip because I want them to look natural. Like, I'd literally get like 0.5 mil in my top lip just to give me a lip. And that would be it. But that's something I was really considering. I don't know how much it costs though, and like the fact that it's not a permanent thing, like, does it just dissolve? I don't really know much about it. If it was gifted, maybe I would, but I don't know if I can be bothered to spend the money on it, you know? Things like boob job, all of that, I'm not fussed about that. I don't want any like actual plastic surgery. All I'd do is the lip filler. I have had hair dye. I've had my hair dyed, so that counts as changing something. I would also want some eyelash extensions because, again, if you're watching on YouTube, I don't wear makeup on a day-to-day. You can see I have no eyelashes, so it's not the best look ever, no eyelashes and no lips, but we make it work. We move. Anyway, should we go on to the next question? Bestie is in a toxic relationship. How do I help? Oh my goodness, this is really sad. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. I'm so tired. I'm currently filming this on Monday the 3rd of October at nearly 9 p.m. Which, oh god, even thinking about that, I'm just like, 9 p.m, like, no thank you, I'd like to be in bed. But anyway, work comes first, especially when I'm trying to start out a new podcast. Like, anyone who's listening, a 5-star rating would be amazing because it actually does help, because it helps other people to want to listen, and any shares would, again, be greatly appreciated, because it's not like YouTube where I can just get views whenever. It's just not. Like, Spotify seems to be a lot harder to get views on. Yeah, anyway, so bestie's in a toxic relationship. Thing is, do you know for certain that your bestie is in a toxic relationship, or is this your view on it? Because she might be really happy. Unless she's actually told you that she's unhappy, then I wouldn't really necessarily listen to, I don't know, don't listen to yourself, because she might actually be happy. That's all I'm thinking. Like, what if she's actually happy with this guy and she really wants to sorry, I'm just assuming this might be a boy, it might be a girl, but you don't know, like, she could be with the love of her life. Do you want to interfere if your bestie is with the love of her life? Like, I just want more context. Like, how do you know that she is in a toxic relationship? I guess things that she's said to you, you'd be a bit like, oh, maybe that's not how you want to do that or something, I don't know. But it's a bit difficult with a best friend because they obviously want to listen to you because you're obviously their best friend as well. But then they love their boyfriend. I'm just assuming at the moment again, but I don't know, it's a really difficult one because you don't want to lose your best friend. If you act out and say something, you don't want to lose your best friend, but then again, you don't want to lose your best friend to someone toxic. I don't know, I would probably say, like, are you actually happy with this guy? Like, I would actually probably just say that, because if I really thought my friend was, like, seriously unhappy, I guess that's what I'd do. It's a really difficult one. I know that you're probably, like, dying inside because all you want to do is, like, for your best friend to be happy. But I think this is a situation where you need to let her figure it out on her own, because this isn't your battle to fight. Your fight to battle, your battle to fight. This isn't your battle to fight. Does that make sense? This is, at the end of the day, it's her boyfriend, and you want her to be happy. She wants you to be happy. You guys want to stay friends, so maybe just let her be with this one. That really waffled on, I'm sorry about that. Best friend is too close to his sister. Sorry, boyfriend is too close to. Hang on, what? Boyfriend is too close to his sister. That's it. So, what kind of way? Like, oh my god, in Friends. Sorry, I just hit my mic. Oh my goodness, it's Friends, isn't it? Where, oh, who is it? It's not Mike. What's his name? It's, the one that, Rachel's seeing. It's Danny. Danny, the guy who she, sprays with that stuff. His friends I'm talking about, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned. Danny, the, foam guy? No, that's not what she says. I don't know, but I think it's Danny. Fog. Danny the fog guy. Yeti. Danny the Yeti man? I don't know what he's called. Anyway, she fogs him. And they end up, like, getting together or whatever, and then he invites her round, and she goes round a bit early, and she's, like, around there, and then I think so it's his sister, and she's, like, running him a hot bath for them to sit in together. Ew. And, like, they were chasing each other around, and, like, just in a really flirty way, like, they look like a couple. And I remember she literally licked something off his crotch, or, like, I don't know if it went that far, or something like that, correct me if I'm wrong, but oh my goodness, yeah, that is bad. If it's that bad, leave. That's what Rachel did. It was too much for her. If you're in doubt, follow Rachel Green. But yeah, I don't know, that's a really horrible situation. I guess talk to him about it, and just, like, this is your boyfriend, it's not someone you're seeing, like, you've said boyfriend, so I'd probably just be like, yeah, so, this thing, like, with your sister, like, you know, why are you guys so close? It kind of makes me feel a bit weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'd probably talk to him about it, though. I think that's probably the best way to do it, because otherwise you'd be like, oh, God. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh, that's all the questions. I've actually probably got that bang on half an hour. Well, by the time I finish the podcast, it'll probably be bang on half an hour, so I'm quite proud of that. But yeah, that is the end of my little girl talk rant. I will do one that's just like me talking, I'll do loads, like cats out the bag, get to know me kind of thing, get to know me and my boyfriend, get to know whatever, like what's uni life actually like, is fresh is worth the hype, all of that kind of thing. So I will do in-depth podcasts about all of that, but for now, that is the end of this one. So I hope you all did enjoy. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to subscribe, press that thumbs up button, turn that red button grey, subscribe button, I think that's what colour it goes. If it's not, then I've made a fool of myself, but do it anyway. Turn the bell notifications on, or just remember that I upload every Thursday. And I post snippets on YouTube throughout the week, and I do actually have a TikTok, which is Cats Out the Bag, with 3 T's. Cats Out, and then a T, and then the bag. And my Instagram is the same, so go give my Instagram a follow, definitely subscribe to the YouTube, give a comment. If you want, just write some dilemmas or anything in the comments section of YouTube, because I'll get to those as well. And yeah, I would go give my TikTok a follow if you fancy like looking at like, again, clips of podcasts and little like things like that. And if you're listening on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, because I've now distributed it to everywhere pretty much, then definitely make sure to give it a 5-star rating and a thumbs up. Can you do that on Spotify? I don't know. Is that what you do? I'm not sure. I think it's just a 5-star rating. I don't know what else you do. And also share it, because why not? We're trying to get to the point where I can have a studio for my podcast. So if this starts making money, which it will do if you guys subscribe to my YouTube, because then when I have 1,000 subscribers, I can start making money. So yeah, I'll definitely check that out, because it will just make my podcast better. Like, it'll make the audio better. I know the audio is a bit shitty. I use my PlayStation headphones, so my brother has actually offered me his mic, but I'd have to film my podcasts at home if I were to do that, and it's just like a lot of travelling to film a podcast, you know? But anyway, thank you so much for listening and watching, or whatever you've been doing for the last half hour. If you want longer episodes, definitely let me know, because that's something I can sort out. Just get more questions or chat a bit more. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys next Thursday. Thank you for listening. Peace out.